Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k15 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. 4 weeks away from the Elimination Chamber, and the last episode of Monday Night Raw was off the chain. It was amazing, if I say so myself. Go check it out if you haven't already. As well as that, go and check out the Royal Rumble PPV. And if you haven't watched the Royal Rumble, I don't know why, but we're going to get into everything that happened in the Royal Rumble in today's episode and going beyond, because the Elimination Chamber is coming up, and we are on the road to Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania, and we're going to start building up towards that. As we have Naomi, we'll have Emma in her corner, and she'll take on Brie Bella, and Nikki Bella will be in Brie's corner. Tag team action between Kofi Kingston and Big E, aka The New Day. They're coming up against Cesaro and Kid. Tag team action between the Inspirational Express coming up against the Usos. We're about to find out who's going to be the next team to step up to the Usos. And the first match in the Beat the Clock Challenge. That's right, a Beat the Clock Challenge for the Intercontinental Championship. It'll be Luke Harper versus The Miz. Rowan will be in Harper's corner. Sandow in The Miz's corner. So what's going to happen here? We're going to have a Beat the Clock Challenge. The winner will face Jack Swagger at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view for an opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship. So we'll have, I think, maybe 4 or 5 Beat the Clock Challenge matches. I'm not quite sure yet. But the fastest time will get the opportunity to face Jack Swagger. So first matchup will be later on. Naomi defeats Brie Bella in singles action. Tag team action will have Cesaro and Kid, the tag team champions, come away with the victory. Good win for them, as we have Inspirational Express versus the Usos. It is the Usos coming away with the win, and we are going to play the Beat the Clock Challenge. And we're going to kick it off straight away here with Luke Harper coming out. Eric Rowan will be alongside him as well. So a big opportunity for Luke Harper to kind of step into the singles competition. We know that these two men have been former tag team champions, but they haven't gone out on their own as a singles quite too much yet. And we saw Harper get involved with Bray Wyatt at the Royal Rumble, of course. I still know, as far as I know, they're on good terms, but perhaps Luke Harper, he sees the opportunity here and he's going to try and take it. The Miz and Sandow, well, they had an opportunity at the tag titles at the Royal Rumble and they failed. Perhaps now they realize that these two guys, as a tag team, is not quite working out, but 2 different tag teams going at it right now as the clock has started here in the Beat the Clock Challenge. So The Miz stepping back into the singles competition. Of course, The Miz, well, at one point was in the contention for the WWE Championship. You go back to Over the Limit a couple of years ago. We saw The Miz get an opportunity at the WWE Championship at one point. I mean, he lost in a few minutes, but he was there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he lost in 3 minutes against John Cena in the main event of Over the Limit, but he was there at least. So at the moment, it is Harper and The Miz right now. So this should be a very interesting one, I think. This is a good opportunity for Harper and The Miz to both earn them. Well, wait a minute, hang on. That's one of the Usos now, and The Miz wants him to go after Harper. But wait a minute, he's going after The Miz. And that's an interesting one, because I don't know why he's here. I don't know why the Usos still have a problem with The Miz and Sandow, but supposedly, I guess, the Usos wanted just to kind of remind The Miz who is, who's the top dog around here in the tag division. I suppose both these two teams here, all 4 of these guys are surrounding the ring right now, are heavily involved in the tag division and probably are the top contenders for the Usos tag titles. So perhaps they're coming out and sending a statement here tonight. But the Beat the Clock Challenge is what Luke Harper is focused on right now, and he's got an early advantage. I don't know why the referee didn't call for the bell, but the referee, he picks and chooses when he decides to enforce the rules. He decides, when he feels like it, okay, somebody just blatantly got involved and should have been disqualification, that's okay. But, when someone accidentally bumps the referee or something like that, oh yes, disqualification. But that's just how the referees work. Maybe Luke Harper gave the referee a boat earlier on and said, look, I know this is going down, doesn't worry, here's a boat, just help me out here, try and help me win this match. Or maybe he doesn't like boats. Maybe he likes a nice little car or something like that. I don't know. What are referees like? I don't know. But anyways, we're getting sidetracked. But Luke Harper's down at the moment. The Miz in control. 2 minutes into this one. So what's a good time? That's a good question, because I don't exactly know. I think anything under 5 minutes will certainly be very competitive. But anything over that, you'd have to say is going to get beaten, because we know there's a lot of good contenders here on Smackdown for this Intercontinental Championship. The likes of the Big Show and Rusev will be involved, of course. I'm not exactly sure if the former champion Dean Ambrose will be involved in this one. I think that probably is the reason why we're having the Beat the Clock challenge rather than Ambrose getting his opportunity back for the title, because Ambrose now, of course, won the Royal Rumble match and will go on to WrestleMania to have a matchup for either the World or WWE Championship. We're not exactly sure which championship Ambrose is going to go for, and we won't find out today either, because Dean Ambrose has not decided yet. I suppose he and Paul Heyman are still trying to figure it out backstage what they're going to go for, but Ambrose has up until the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view to decide, so we will find out on either Raw or SmackDown before the Elimination Chamber, so he has to decide before the Chamber. That way we know which chamber will be for the WWE and which chamber will be for the World Heavyweight Championship. So if Ambrose stays on SmackDown, as we talked about last episode, if Ambrose stays on SmackDown, then the chamber match will be for the World Heavyweight Championship on SmackDown. But if Ambrose goes to Raw, then the chamber match for SmackDown will be a #1 contenders match for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. So CM Punk won't have to defend his championship, or perhaps he will have to defend it one-on-one, but I'm not exactly sure what will happen. But there will be a #1 contenders match if Dean Ambrose does go to Raw. But if Ambrose stays, Punk will have to defend, and the winner faces Ambrose at WrestleMania. And I know a lot of you guys are wanting to see both titles involved, but I think this is a good way just to kind of, you know, decide what's going to happen next. Because if you have Ambrose already going over to staying on here on SmackDown, there's no real point in having just a world title match, a WWE title match on Raw. We should have a chamber to decide who gets to face our champion Seth Rollins instead. That way we kind of finalize what's going to happen at WrestleMania, and we have our contender set in stone with 4 weeks to go at WrestleMania. That's just my kind of thinking behind it. And I hope you guys are going to be enjoying Universe Mode, because we have a lot of Universe Mode content coming up. Trying to do every second day a new Universe Mode episode, perhaps even daily as well. So Elimination Chamber is going to be coming along very, very quickly. I'm hoping I can get the pay-per-view done very soon. I probably need to make it ahead of schedule, so I am ready, but that's the plan right now. I really want you guys to get Universe Mode very, very quickly so we can get to WrestleManias before the new game comes out. And I'll tell you what, stick around for when the new game comes out, because this Universe Mode is going to get amped up even further. So very, very exciting stuff. But at the moment, 5 minutes is about to come up now, and this match is still going with no signs of a winner just quite yet. So The Miz now trying to go for the cover, but Eric Rowan gets himself involved. So this could be a bit of an issue. You know, managers alongside the ring as well, getting themselves involved, saving the match for their respective partners. So this could draw out the length of this match a lot more than I suppose The Miz or Harper really want. And it's going to be very frustrating, I believe. But at the moment, Harper perhaps trying to put The Miz away, drilling him down with a nice, beautiful move. He hooked the leg there and took him down. The cover, but he kicks out at 2. Not going to get the win just quite yet. We're approaching 6 minutes now. And now The Miz is going to hit a side suplex of his own, taking down Harper. Well, perhaps he'll go for the cover now. No, he won't, as The Miz just puts his foot right to the boot of Harper. That's not exactly going to win him this matchup. But now The Miz going to try and hit this suplex. But whilst Miz is hitting this suplex, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We'll be back right after this. Check out BrendenPlayz.com and gain access to exclusive content for Universe Mode, including news and updates, signings, releases, trades, power rankings, match previews, pay-per-view cards. Everything you need for Universe Mode is on the BrendenPlayz website, including the forums, the one place you can go ahead and discuss everything there is to do with BrendenPlayz and the real life WWE. Of course, you can also go in the chat room and talk to other BrendenPlayz fans about anything and everything. BrendenPlayz.com, go check it out today. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on SmackDown, and unfortunately things haven't really changed all that much. Both men are putting their bodies on the line, and you'll notice that Eric Rowan and Damien Sandow have both been ejected from this matchup because it has been another, 6-7 minutes now, and wait a minute, The Miz, skull-crossing finale! And that could be the end of the match right now, as The Miz trying to win this match, and going to win the first Beat the Clock Challenge match. But Luke Harper kicked out at 2. You've got to be kidding me. And he follows it up with a neck breaker as well. 13 minutes into this match, you'd have to say this is not going to be a competitive time. And if you're kind of wondering what the hell happened there, look, we had to cut the match, and the match was still going. So this is still the legitimate time that this match has been going for, which is missed out about 5-7 minutes. Oh wait, Sandow's still there. He was just out of picture. I couldn't see him. But yeah, so this is still legitimate time. So if you're wondering, oh wait a minute, you just added on extra minutes. No, I didn't. But now Harper now going for the cover. This could be it. The big boot. He kicks out. The Miz still has Sandow alongside of him. Eric Rowan is no longer with us. But at the moment, look, Harper might be looking to put the Miz away. Uh-oh. Harper now. Oh, the Miz with the counter. Big counter there by the Miz. And again, here we go. Skull-crushing finale for the second time in a matter of minutes. And surely that is going to be enough to put Harper away. And it is. A big, big victory for the Miz. But at a time of 14 minutes, 29 seconds, you'd have to say that is not going to be a winning time. But nonetheless, the Miz is in the lead in the Beat the Clock Challenge. He's in the driver's seat. But for how much longer, though? Our next matchup will take place next week to determine the Beat the Clock Challenge winner in the next coming weeks. Of course, Jack Swagger is the original Beat the Clock Challenge winner. We've only had one before, and wait a minute, what's going on here? The Miz is celebrating, and oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute! Are you kidding me? We haven't seen him in months, and that's Rey Mysterio! Rey Mysterio! We thought his career was over, but he's back, and looks as though he's back to participate in the Beat the Clock Challenge in the next coming weeks. Rey Mysterio making a huge surprise return, attacking The Miz. Of course, the Big Show was the man to put Rey Mysterio on the shelf, and Rey Mysterio might be back for one last match to try and get himself in the driver's seat for the Beat the Clock Challenge. Well, there you go, folks. Anything and everything can happen here in Universe Mode. Rey Mysterio back after what I thought was a career-ending injury that the Big Show put on Rey Mysterio. Perhaps he's back for one last matchup. But in the meantime, here on Smackdown, we have the Usos coming up, The Miz and Sandow. The Miz and Sandow wanting a bit of revenge. Big Show comes up against Rusev. The Lucha Dragons are in action against Golden Stardust, the newest team to Friday Night SmackDown. Of course, check out the website, BrendenPlayz.com. We had an article on there. Bad News Barrett traded over to Raw in exchange for Golden Stardust. Tag team action between the Bellas coming up against Paige and the Divas champion Emma. One-on-one action, John Cena and Dean Ambrose, the final two of the final men in the Royal Rumble, two of the final three. John Cena and Ambrose. Dean Ambrose threw Cena over the top rope. And what about this one? CM Punk and Chris Jericho one-on-one for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is going to be huge. Christian is out of the picture. Jericho took him out after the Royal Rumble. Now Jericho can get his fair one-on-one shot. His last chance as the Usos defeat The Miz and Sandow. Big win for them. Big Show defeats Rusev. Big win for the Big Show. Of course, his nemesis Rey Mysterio is back. What will happen there? The Lucha Dragons spoil the party for Golden Stardust. The Bellas defeat Paige and Emma. And John Cena versus Ambrose. John Cena beats the Royal Rumble winner. But it's not going to matter in the big scheme of things. Ambrose is still the winner of the Rumble. And here we go, folks. The World Heavyweight Championship is on the line as Chris Jericho. Wait a minute. CM Punk from behind. That's CM Punk, the world champion, coming from behind. And he's not going to wait for Jericho. And we're going to get this one on the way right now. Punk and Jericho one-on-one. World Heavyweight Championship is on the line as Punk is going to send Jericho back into the ring. Well, what a start to this match already. Punk is not waiting around. And Jericho is going to get himself a weapon here because this is a no-holds-barred matchup. And, of course, Christian was taken out by Chris Jericho at the Royal Rumble. As far as I know, Christian is not here tonight, hence why this match is happening. Jericho asking Edge backstage to give him a fair one-on-one matchup because Jericho felt as though it wasn't his fault. That his opportunity to become the world champion once again was ruined by Christian, who got beat, who was the man who tapped out to CM Punk at the Royal Rumble. So you can blame Christian for Jericho's loss. So Jericho believes that he should get a fair one-on-one shot. Edge agreed, and here tonight, Punk versus Jericho. Wait a minute, CM Punk already thinking something huge here. Gonna go GTS, but Jericho countering. A big start there for Punk, but he thought he was going to get the GTS in very early. And I think he might have been a little bit ambitious there. Jericho hasn't really sustained too much damage, hence why Jericho was able to counter. And Punk was looking for something on the outside. Jericho not going to allow him to get there, though. And we already saw a huge main event in the last episode of Monday Night Raw. I think SmackDown wants to kind of equal it, which is probably why Edge agreed to do the match, because we had Triple H and Ryback on the last episode of Raw. SmackDown cannot be upstaged by that, and that's why we're going to have an even bigger one here on Friday Night SmackDown. The World Championship is on the line, of course. The Elimination Chamber coming up very, very soon, which could either be a hell of a match for CM Punk to try and keep the title in, or it will determine which man will face Punk at WrestleMania. And hell, if Jericho wins tonight, the winner could be facing Jericho at WrestleMania. As Jericho, a kick to the back of Punk's leg, trying to take him down and slow him down a little bit. There's a big bulldog to the outside there by Chris Jericho. And this is really all or nothing right now for Jericho. This could be his last opportunity. I'm not exactly sure if he'll get another chance at the Elimination Chamber, if he'll have a chance to qualify into that match. But I'm sure he's not thinking about the chamber. He's thinking about putting Punk down right on his back with a huge steel chair shot. And he's following it up with a few more as well. We saw Jericho deliver the pain to Christian. He's going to do exactly the same now to Punk. Jericho is absolutely livid that he lost his world title at TLC. He was not able to regain it at the Royal Rumble. And now he wants one more chance. And CM Punk has a weapon right between the eyes of Jericho. A physical battle between the two. Tonight, we end this rivalry. Tonight, we finish this up. It's either Jericho or it's Punk. One of these two men will walk out as the world champion. And Punk is trying to end Jericho, get him out of the title picture. Jericho is trying to hang on and salvage what is left of his time at the top. And Punk, he has a steel chair now. Both these guys are just going at each other with whatever toys they can find out of the ring. And now Punk's delivering a few steel chair shots, returning the favor, but Jericho's not going to allow him to do it. And now Jericho has the arm of Punk, taking him down. And we might be slowly working ourselves back into a wrestling match, instead of an absolute brawl between the two. Jericho getting Punk back to his feet now. Oh, wait a minute, the walls of Jericho! Can he get him over? Trying to turn him over, and there it is! Walls of Jericho is in! Punk is in huge trouble. The world title on the line. Punk could tap, and Jericho could be our new world champion. It's not going to happen though, as Jericho releases the hold, realizing that he's not going to get the win right there, but he's done the damage though. But Punk back to his feet, and he's going to go for the cover. This could be it. Punk to win and retain his championship. Jericho hangs on at a 2 count. And obviously both these men went through a physical match at the Royal Rumble. You have to wonder how much is left in the tank of these two men as well. Oh! Codebreaker! Codebreaker by Jericho! This is it! New champion! No! Wow. Punk kicking out at 2, just getting the shoulder up. Oh, a codebreaker really out of nowhere. And Punk's still in it. CM Punk still in this. Kicking out at 2. And now Jericho gonna grab a ladder. Shades of TLC. Punk has the chair. All we need is a table. And we got ourselves a TLC rematch. And Jericho gonna take down Punk again. What does Jericho think? He's got a half crab now. And he's gonna continue the work down the lower back of CM Punk. And perhaps trying to set him up for the walls of Jericho later on as well. Punk in some trouble if Jericho can get it locked back in. Punk already just taking a walls and now a codebreaker. How much more has CM Punk got left? And here we go. Punk now countering. Oh, busting Jericho open. Jericho being busted open. And face first, Jericho went down to the outside. You can see the blood gashing from the skull of Jericho and running down his forehead. And this is going to be a bloody and physical affair. We always do that. And Jericho's still going to continue the assault to the outside now on CM Punk. Punk back to his feet and returns the favor now to Jericho. And still on the outside, these two men not too worried about putting each other away at the moment. They're just trying to beat the hell out of each other. And that's fair enough. These guys have been battling it out for a number of weeks now, and this has really just been the culmination of a physical and intense rivalry. It's been all about Jericho and Christian, but CM Punk has had the gold, and CM Punk has had to take a lot of the force there by Jericho and Christian as well. And now this is Jericho. Well, sorry, this is CM Punk's last chance to escape Jericho and move away. But Jericho still wants to be champion more than anything in the world. In fact, his whole ego has been driven by it. You know, ever since winning the world title, he's become a whole new and different man, and just a sick and I mean, just almost a crazed man. He's just been wanting to do anything it takes to win that world title. It's been, you know, costing him friendships. It's just taking over his mind. And now Jericho rolling Punk over now. Gonna try and put Punk away. Not quite yet. Kicks out at 1. And so Jericho's just been obsessed with the world title. And he thought he really was the king of the world when he won the world title. And when CM Punk took it away from him, Jericho was just absolutely livid. And he's been taking out his frustrations on Christian. And now tonight, he's going to try and defeat CM Punk and win it back. But CM Punk in a good position. The elbow off the top. Pinpoint accuracy right on the heart of Chris Jericho. And now going to retain. Not yet. Jericho's still in it. But the elbow off the top hit to perfection. And now CM Punk might be looking to put Jericho away. Jericho not going to let it happen just quite yet as he sends Punk face first down into the mat. Going to follow it up and try and win this matchup. 2. Punk kicking out again. Back and forth affair between these two right now. Really a battle between two legends here in Universe Mode. And they're trying to put it all on the line. Leave everything they have left in this ring for this World Championship. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. These men want to be World Champion more than anything. And now they're just trying to find out what their next move is. They're kind of hiding behind the ladder. Jericho instead grabs the ladder and he takes down CM Punk and strikes him with the ladder instead. Now Punk grabs it back off Jericho, and wait a minute, what's Punk thinking? Right to the head and the upper chest of Chris Jericho. That's already busted open, mind you. His skull gashing out blood already. And Jericho, he's going to have to go through even more punishment here to try and win back this title. And now Punk. Beautiful move there again. Punk in fine form. He's at the peak of his Universe Mode career right now. But he does not want that to end just quite yet. Jericho now going to try and launch Punk back into the ring. He does so successfully. And now Jericho might be thinking about getting Punk back in there and setting Punk up for the win. Back inside Jericho perhaps. Is he going to go there? He's going to springboard. Went for the splash over the top. Not going to happen. But Punk unable to capitalize as Jericho countering. Now Jericho sent into the corner. CM Punk went for his vintage running knee. But Jericho countering. And follows it up with a kick to the side of the head. And Jericho getting the hell out of there. Hightailing the hell out of there. Wants some kind of weapon. And oh, he's got another kendo stick. Tried to whack Punk with it. But Punk not allowing him to do it just quite yet. And now the neck breaker. The neck breaker. Oh, these men are going through a war right now. But Jericho, he's in the box seat right now as Punk is against the table. Here we go, Punk! Oh, face first off the table. His face bouncing right off the announce table as Jericho sent back down. And it's just really, I think it's all a matter of who can get the other opponent back in the ring and hit a big move. And that will be all she wrote, because we've seen the code breaker early on. It was a bit too early, but if Jericho can hit it again, I think it's going to be all over. Punk now kicking Jericho right into the back, and I suppose Edge wanted a huge main event. Well, he got one tonight because these two guys are beating the hell out of each other right now. Smackdown trying to upstage Raw once again, and they're very close to doing it because CM Punk and Jericho are just leaving it all right down, well, at the moment on the outside of the ring, perhaps now in the inside, but they're leaving it all out there in this arena right now. Jericho with a counter, sending Punk into the corner, once again trying to follow it up with some strikes, but Punk countering again. And again, face first into the turnbuckle. What's CM Punk thinking? Uh-oh, Tornado DDT! Using the ropes as leverage, and that might be the move to retain the world title, I think. But Jericho's going to get back to his feet before Punk can take advantage. And Punk launches him back down. Get back down there. Let me go for the cover. But Jericho kicking out again. Punk wasting a little bit too much time there, I thought, to try and win this matchup. But wait a minute. Punk kick to the side of the head. You can see Punk on his haunches right now. He's struggling. And now might be enough to win this matchup. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. CM Punk's still in it. Jericho's still in it. Both men still fighting. But who the hell is going to win? It's really a matter of one big move. Hell, hold on. roll up, 2 shoulders down. Punk got it. Punk got it. No. Yes, yes, he did. Punk wins. Punk got Jericho down. The shoulders are down. And CM Punk steals a victory. He just escapes. He just escapes as the victor. It was the code breaker earlier on. And here it was. CM Punk taking him down. And there it was. The shoulders are down. Jericho unable to kick out. He had a hold of the tights. I don't think he was pulling them. But he had Jericho in the perfect position. And CM Punk retains the World Heavyweight Championship once again. What a victory for CM Punk. I mean, he got pretty lucky in the end, but he's done enough to escape as the champion. Jericho put up a hell of a fight, perhaps the biggest fight, the toughest fight in CM Punk's career thus far, but Punk has done it again. Punk is still the world champion. Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What the hell is this? What now? Oh, that is Kevin Owens, the NXT superstar. Kevin Owens is here on Smackdown, interrupting the celebration of CM Punk. What the hell does Kevin Owens want? Kevin Owens walking out to the ring now. Kevin Owens interrupting CM Punk's championship victory celebration. And now Kevin Owens walking to the ring. You can see Punk is still in there, awaiting Kevin Owens' arrival. Owens in the ring with CM Punk. Owens pacing back and forth. What the hell is he gonna do? And he's waiting for CM Punk. He's just staring at him. Punk deciding, is he gonna go after him himself? Both men just looking at each other right now. Now, Owens getting straight in the face of CM Punk. Punk getting back in there. The fists are up. We're about to see a fight. These two men are about to brawl. Oh, wait a minute. Kevin Owens. Oh, Kevin Owens walking away. Kevin Owens wants nothing to do with CM Punk just quite yet. Perhaps some mind games. Perhaps a message sent that Kevin Owens is here on SmackDown. And perhaps the Elimination Chamber is what Kevin Owens is coming for. He's coming for the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk, Kevin Owens. Punk retains the title. Kevin Owens debuts. What an episode of Universe Mode. Ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe. More Universe Mode coming up in the future. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.